what's up?
Hey, James, I was just wondering, because I was looking at some N64 games last night. What are some games that you might think of doing for the N64?
To do reviews of? Well, I might do. I don't know. There's a lot I've been thinking about, but Mega Man 64 has been one on my mind. But maybe even like a Castlevania 64 one. But there's not really a lot that I would, spoil. But most of my focus is on.
Recommend one?
Sure, go for it.
What do you think of Banjo-Kazooie?
I haven't played it. Is it bad?
It's just a mess. The whole concept just threw me off. I was looking forward to it, but then it's a bear flying with a flying rooster on his back, and if you didn't think they were already smoking crack, the point of the game is to just connect puzzle pieces.
Wow.
And
sounds fun.
It had a lot of hype to it.
Bear flying around.
Yeah, I do remember.
That game got a lot of good reviews from what I can remember. I mean, that's not a bad game from what I've read. I've never played it myself personally, but...
Well, just because the game gets a good review in a magazine doesn't mean it's necessarily a good game to you.
Well, it's all about... it's like all about like what you think when you play it. It's like you'll always hear different opinions about things, so it's like
a lot of people think that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle game is good, but James didn't, and that was the sort of point of the video. It's sort of James's opinion, not Anyway.
I always thought that I remember hearing a lot about Earthworm Jim when it first came out, and I was like, I'm not gonna play this fucking shit game. And then I remember playing it. I was like, it's not bad. And I always get like that. Like that's my way of dealing with things. Like if something is good, I don't like it. Like The Office. Was huge, and I'm like, fuck The Office, I'm not going to watch it because everybody likes it. Yeah, and then I liked it, and it was all right.
Well, let's see. What's this first one here? Let's go down the line.
Hey, Jeremy, North Carolina, what's up, dude?
Yeah, actually, I had a original question. I'm going to change my mind and go ahead and say fuck you to that guy who says Banjo-Kazooie.
Okay, all right.
It's actually a really good game. It was made by the company Rare. And if you
Rare was good.
They had just recently come out with the whole Donkey Kong Country games on the Super Nintendo.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure what's up with that, but anyway, my original question was on your Cinemassacre page just today, like you had this whole thing, my NES collection. Now I've been playing games since like 1988, and I remember like the gray cartridges, the black cartridges from Tengen, the blue cartridges, the shimmering gold cartridges. So what the fuck is that Ninja Turtle shit green game, like third down in the shelf? I've never seen that before. I'm really curious.
Oh, really? What was it? Was it just like a green cartridge, or was it? You said it was
like a light green cart. Yeah, the actual cartridge is green, and you actually made a point about saying how pissed off you are that they don't label the end.
Oh yeah.
So I'm like, what is
exactly.
that? It's a green cartridge. What is that?
Well, I think you might be thinking of a Color Dreams game because those were blue, but they actually turn green with age. So you might find some that are green.
Like the Bible games and all that.
Yeah, it's probably one of those.
I remember the Bible games being baby blue, but like I've never seen that green before. But it's a very distinctive green. It doesn't look like it's like molded.
It got moldy with age.
I'm pretty sure that's what it is though, because there aren't any NES cartridges that I know of that are actually green, so it was probably a blue game that just turned green with age.
Yeah. Like I said, I've been playing it since like 1988, and I've never ever seen a green cartridge. So
okay, cool. Thanks. Man. Let's go to number 2.
Hey, Warren, what's up, dude?
Hey, how's it going? I just wanted to say hi to Matt.
Oh, hey, what's up, man? How you doing?
Hey, man.
I work with Warren at Benderspink. Hey, dude, we're talking about bad games, man. You and Bardia play some video games sometimes, right?
Yeah, man. We play NBA 2K9 all the time, and it's like the glitchiest game I've ever played in my life.
Oh, really? What do you mean? What's one of the glitches like?
Well, you have to like wait for the ball. Like you have to watch the ref like walk all the way across the court to like get the ball, and like every time you shoot like a three, like it goes out of bounds. It like goes over the backboard, even if it's like with like Steve Nash or something like that.
James, you don't do you have anything against the sports games? I notice you don't have too many in your collection.
No, I don't have anything against sports games, but a lot of them just sort of blur with me. They just become the same.
You got plenty of baseball games.
I got plenty of baseball. You know how many baseball games are on the Nintendo Entertainment System? Just a lot.
How about golf?
Golf. There's a lot of golf games, and it's like, how could you make that many games about golf? It's golf. Yeah, so let's take next one down.
Hey, Joey, Texas. What's up, man? You got a question for James?
Yeah, actually, I do. Hey, James, I was wondering...
Sure.
when your new Star Wars review is going to be up.
Oh, the second part of that. Oh, thanks. It's probably going to be up this week coming out.
And one more thing. And I was at my church the other day, and we had some of those Bible games on this old Nintendo thing they got there.
Yeah.
And it was my preacher looked at him and said, "What's up with these green cartridges?" And I looked at him and said, "You know those used to be blue, right?" He said, "No, my preacher's cool. He put it in and started playing it. He goes, this is awful." I'm like, I guess God's rotting the game. It sucks so bad.
Great call, Joe.
Wow,
Thanks.
that's interesting.
Yeah. Hey, Jeremy in Oregon, what's up, man? Jeremy.
Hey.
Oregon?
Hey, what's up? Jeremy.
Howdy, man. How's it going?
Hey.
Hey, I'm a big fan of, like, the old Sega games. Like,
Hey, thanks, man. Thanks so much.
Hey.
Did you ever play those games when you were growing up?
Yeah, totally. You're talking about Phantasy Star on RPG? The RPG
Yeah,
game?
like 2, 3, and 4 before they went online and ruined everything.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yeah, I was just wondering what your thoughts about, like, the old games versus the new ones.
I'm always into the old games, so I can say I'm kind of a little more out of touch with the newer ones. So, yeah, that's all I can say.
Yeah.
Old school
All right,
gamer.
Well, thanks.
Thanks a lot.
Hey, Jake, what's up, dude? What do you got? You're on the air, dude. James.
Hey, Jake.
Jake, whatever.
All right, next call, I guess.
Blech. Rob, New Jersey, what's up, dude?
Hey, Rob.
Yo, what's up?
Hey, how's it going?
Pretty good. How are you?
Hey, pretty good. Hey, you have a question?
Yeah, I was wondering, where did you go to college, and have you had any other jobs in the film industry or video making industry, I guess?
I went to UArts. I have a BFA in fine arts, majoring in film. So that's about.
That's in Philadelphia, right?
That's about all I can tell you about that. It's just I went to an art school. But the best thing that you're going to get out of college is the experience. You're going to learn a lot from just the whole experience. It's not really anything that you actually learn in a classroom. So
Yeah.
that's kind of where it's all what it's all about. So cool. Thanks a lot. Let's take the next one here.
Will in Michigan.
Yeah, hey, what's up?
Hey, what's up, Will?
Yeah, man, I was just wondering if you're going to do any more, like, movie reviews of, like, maybe a video game-based movie, like Super Mario Brothers or, like, Wing Commander.
Yeah, like like Super Mario Brothers is one that I'm actually kind of surprised I never talked about before. It's actually I have talked about it, but I've never actually done like a full-on review. But it's so predictable. I think everybody kind of knows what's up with that movie. But there are other ones too. I've been thinking about like Double Dragon. I've been thinking about.
Oh yeah, that one sucked ass.
Exactly. Street Fighter the movie. A lot of those early ones. The only one I kind of liked, I think, was the first Mortal Kombat, and the reason why is because it was so much like the game. It was just watching the game on the movie screen, so that one at least kind of did. I mean, it's not a great movie, but it at least did what it was supposed to do.
Yeah.
Cool.
Hey, there's one more thing I wanted to ask you
Sure.
that kind of just occurred to me. Have you ever seen the movie Dead Alive by Peter Jackson?
Absolutely. That's a great movie.
Yeah.
Didn't you review that in the first Monster Madness, I believe?
Oh, I did actually. Yeah, I did.
Yeah, there's a review of that. James did.
It would be hard to find, but yeah, that's a good movie. It's called Brain Dead everywhere else other than North America, but yeah, Dead Alive is a great movie. Yeah, let's go on here. We have.
You know what? We can go to Howard, but I think I'd rather talk about TurboGrafx just because that's something that I remember having as a
let's
kid.
do it. Let's do it.
Hey, who's this? E? Is that your name, or did our screener fuck up?
Hey, what's up?
To D. Yeah, you guys left out TurboGrafx 16.
Oh, sure, yeah.
That was an incredible game system.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah. What were some of the worst games on it, though?
Keith Courage and
Some
Alpha
of the worst
Zones.
games were actually some of the best games.
Mm-hmm.
I remember playing a game called Ninja Spirit, and I got to tell you, I must have spent weeks and weeks and weeks playing that.
Yeah.
Incredible game, and then the ending, you have to jump off a cliff, and there's like a million ninjas jumping up at you with swords.
Uh-huh.
There was some type of a pattern that you had to follow, but after about 5 days, you just went nuts and pulled the cord out.
I actually played on the TurboGrafx 16 CD. I just played the first Street Fighter for the first time.
Oh my god, how
and-
bad is that?
Yeah.
How fucking bad is that game?
It's
First
like I
Street
was
Fighter
trying
ever.
to do a Hadouken for like 10 hours.
The control on, and I think, hey, thanks for the call.
So that actually is the first one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and you know what? For some reason, I don't know why, but they decided to call it Fighting Street.
Yeah.
And dude, this game, I remember my friend had it, and I was so jealous because he had the TurboGrafx CD thing, and he had Fighting Street, and it was so bad. Like, you could not pull off any special moves.
controls are horrible.
Dude, if you pulled off a special move, it was just like, wow,
What
this
characters
guy's
did
really
you play
good.
as? You could play as like Ryu and Ken.
It's Ryu, Ken, and
And like that's it. I think there was one
Sagat's
other
in it,
person,
maybe, or
well, Sagat's in it, but I don't, you
Yeah.
couldn't play as him. I
Yeah.
think it was either you were either Ken or Ryu. That was
That's
it.
crazy. They made a sequel to a game that was that bad.
It's
Yeah.
called Fighting Street.
It's
not Street
crazy.
Yeah, imagine
Fighter.
they did it with like
Yeah.
a movie.
Well, the actual game is called Street Fighter, but then when they took it onto the TurboGrafx 16 CD, they called it Fighting Street. So the arcade was Street Fighter.
So weird.
Dude, when you
Yeah.
play bad games, you're pretty mild-mannered. I know, like, your character, but like when you get jammed on a game, like, do you ever throw the controllers?
I just turned the fucker off.
yeah, you just
Dude.
walk away, huh?
I should fucking show you
You
pictures.
don't throw like a temper tantrum or anything?
I've seen him curse sometimes playing games.
Of course, yeah, because when you play a game, the expression that comes out your mouth more than anything is fuck.
Yeah.
You play it, you fall, you die, fuck. Like
Throw the
that's
controller
what
down.
happens.
You should see that my Super Nintendo is, well, I mean, aside from being horribly discolored, it's got
all
so
yellow.
many. Dude, it's disgusting.
Yeah,
It looks like,
Why does that happen?
I don't know. I thought it was because I smoked, but then I found out that other people's were like that too.
Yeah. All those things discolor with
It's like
age.
rotting. Yeah.
It's disgusting. But I had some really huge temper tantrums, especially during Super Mario Kart. I remember playing the Rainbow Road, and I was going to get the goal, dude. I was going to do it. And then out of nowhere, last lap, I probably had like what equates to like 100 feet left to go in Rainbow Road. Donkey Kong comes out of fucking nowhere.
Yeah, it's always Donkey
comes
Kong,
out of
I bet,
nowhere. And I get the silver. Well, I say, fuck you, Donkey Kong. And I fucking took my controller and I smashed my Super Nintendo,
Yeah.
and there's a giant, maybe 2x2 hole in it.
Still,
It
yeah.
still works,
still
but
to this
holy
day.
fuck.
Were you
Yeah.
just as Billy
I had
Mitchell
some
that
friends.
day?
Oh, dude.
When we
Bill.
would play, you find out who the chuckers were like real early, and you would just like
yeah.
stop and invite them over.
Well, yeah, it's funny that you brought Billy Mitchell because there was a caller on the line before, and he wanted to know about what James thought about King of Kong, and it was funny because right before the show started, we were talking
Yeah,
about King
before
of
the
Kong
show
for
started,
quite some
yeah.
time, man. And I think we all agree it's a fucking great. It's a great.
Yeah,
doc.
it is a good movie.
It's
I was
a really good
watching
doc.
it, thinking to myself, wow, I'm watching a movie about Donkey Kong, and I'm liking it. It's
Yeah,
great.
seriously.
Yeah, but you know what? It's so much more than that. Like the characters and the stories and the cliff notes of what we were talking about was just like I feel anyway that movie. It's like regardless of how accurately it portrayed the facts, it was fucking entertaining, and that movie made you care about every single character that was in it. And for me, that's all I need. I mean, I understand that you got to bend you got to bend the truth a little bit if you want to make something interesting. And I think that King of Kong Fistful of Quarters was a great example of that, how you can take something so almost inane as a Donkey Kong world record
yeah.
and make it a fucking fantastic flick. And that flick, I think when it came out on DVD, had something like 98% positive reviews on Rotten Tomatoes, which is almost unheard of. But man, some good shit. You know what we should do real quick? I know that you James and everybody wants to wrap up and stuff, but we got to take one more break, and then I promise we'll come back and we'll get to the rest of your phone calls. And we'll wrap up the show. You've been listening to Cinemassacre Radio. It's the first, but hopefully not the last edition, starring James Rolfe, the angry video game nerd, as you've come to know and love. And you're listening to Sirius XM 197/202, The Virus, Cinemassacre Radio. We'll be right back to wrap up in 2 minutes.
Hey, what's up? We're back. All right, we're going to take a look at this laser scope clip from one of the newer videos. This is from the NES Accessories Angry Nerd episode. This is a clip from the laser scope.
I remember this.